Hello learners, welcome to our session today. I'm your instructor, CPA Aringo Frederick. So in our class today is a continuation of what you had already started earlier on. So today we'll be looking at this function known as organizing function. A very interesting concept and a very interesting function in an organization, even if we are looking at it practically. You'll find that it is very practical, and again, one of the main important function that we should always be having in an organization, not only in an organization, but also in our day-to-day activities. Organizing function is always very key. It's always very key. So today I want us to talk about this function, and to do that I want us to look at what will we be expected to have. What will we be expected to have at the back of our mind always. So number one, we'll be talking of meaning and importance of organizing. 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 Number two, we must be good at process of organizing. Process of organizing. Then number three, we should also be good at principles of organizing. Principles of organizing. We should also be good at authority, responsibility and power. Authority, responsibility and power. Authority, responsibility and power. Number five, we should look at delegation. Talk of delegation, centralization, and decentralization. So always, whenever we be looking at planning, whenever we be looking at organizing function, my good students, that is very key. And you'll find that this concept is so deep. And the beauty part of it is that it will never miss in your exams. So remember some questions on this, they won't test it directly. They are not going to test it directly. So it's upon you to grasp the concept. Don't cram. Just make sure that you grasp the concept correctly. And if you have a concept, it will be very easy for you to apply it. If you have a concept, it will be very easy for you to apply it. So I'm insisting that please don't cram. Try to get the concept correct. If you have the concept correct, it will be very easy for you. It will be very easy for you. So after we mention all that, that should bring us to the start of this concept. And to do that, we're going to start with the first one, meaning and importance of organizing. Meaning and importance of organizing. Why should we have organizing? And even before why we should have organizing, the key question is what is organizing? What is organizing? So having mentioned that one, we can always say that we can always talk of organizing as one of the main function, of course, of management. So in this case, I want us to reason it practically. As you're looking at this meaning and importance of organizing, I want us to think about it critically. Organizing. If you can relate it to what you normally do each and every day, probably at your workplace or even at your home. We normally hear you saying that I need this. Maybe you're telling your children that you should be very organized. Or maybe you're advising someone, tell him or her that you should be very organized. What is this word organizing? What is the meaning of this word organizing? And that's what I want us to look at. was the meaning of this word, organizing? So you'll find that organizing ideally is kind of, I'm trying to bring things together, right? I'm trying to bring things together so that they should be in harmony. They should look neat. They should be it's kind of you're synchronizing everything to work together. It's kind of you're bringing all these people to work together. It's kind of you're bringing your staffs to be neat somewhere. So relating it to management, you'll find that whenever we're talking of organizing, it should just be about a matter of us synchronizing all these resources within organization to work towards achieving the common goal of the organization. So in simple terms, my good students, we normally say that organizing is a function in which synchronization and combination of various resources takes place in the organization. And these resources that we're talking about will include what? We normally talk of human resource, physical resources, financial resources. So I'm bringing together all these resources within an organization is kind of, I'm combining all these resources within an organization to work towards achieving what? To work towards achieving the organizational goals. To work towards achieving the organizational goals. And ideally, that is what you're terming it as what? As organizing function. So also you normally say that organization function, of course, is going to assist management to achieve its objectives. Organization function is going to assist the management to achieve its organization. So also another definition that we can also note and say, also still under the meaning, and this was a definition according to Chester Bernard. According to Chester, he defined organization as what? Chester Bernard, though we don't have a specific definition in referring to organizing, but Chester Bernard defined organizing function as the role or a function by which the concerned is able to define the role positions, the jobs related, and the coordination between authority and responsibility. So hence, a manager always has to organize in order to get what? To get results. In order to get results. So also you'll find that also according to Chester Bernard, it is the same concept whereby I'm bringing together all the resources within an organization to work together towards achieving the organizational goals. And that is what we're terming it as organizing. Now, after you've looked at that concept, a student will ask, Mwalimu, then what is the importance of organizing in an organization? What is importance of organizing? So looking at importance of organizing, what must we always have at the back of our mind? Importance of organizing, importance of organizing, importance of organizing, importance of organizing. What must we always have at the back of our mind whenever we are talking of importance of organizing? So look at this case, my good students. Whenever we're talking of organizing, just from that definition, if we bring resources in harmony, if we bring these resources or people to work together towards achieving the organizational goals, because I'm identifying the resources, so you'll find that amongst the main advantage of this, you'll find that there will be coordination. There will be coordination. There will be coordination. So we cannot, number one, and say we have what? Coordination being our importance of organizing. Number one, we are talking of coordination. How is this important, my good student? How is coordination important? It is important because I'm bringing different departments of the enterprise together, and in this case, it will create clear relationship among positions and ensure mutual cooperation among individuals. So you'll find that because you want to achieve a common objective, right? So you are bringing all these resources to achieve a common objective. Meaning that I'll also be bringing people from different departments, right? To work together towards achieving the organizational goals. And as such, you'll find that it's going to kind of increase good relationship amongst employees within the organization. It's not like sales are separate, finance is separate, talk of procurement is separate. I'm bringing all these resources, I'm bringing all these people together, and as such is going to create good relationship within the organization. And whenever, of course, we work in harmony, actually success is inevitable. We have to do what we have to succeed. Whenever there is harmony, even take at it at your workplace or even at your home, whenever there's that harmony, whenever there's that peace amongst you guys, you'll find that succeeding is very, very possible. So the same case will happen with any other organization, whereby in this case we are bringing all these people together to work together in harmony, and as such achieving the organization goals, it will be very easy. It will be very easy. That is number one, importance. Number two, importance, you'll find that we can talk of what? We can talk of number two, we can talk of apart from coordination. Number two, we can also talk of specialization. We can talk of specialization. We can talk of specialization. Yes, we work together towards achieving the organization goals. Now, a good question would be, how will this specialization, how will organizing bring about specialization? And this is the main point, my good students. This is the main point where you are saying that specialization is also important, or rather importance of organizing is also specialization. Look at this case where we normally say that organizational structure is a network of relationship, right? In which the work is divided into units and departments. This division of work helps bring in specialization in various activities of concern. Because whenever you're talking of organizing, I know very well that maybe I'm having this organization of ours. So I'll be having sales and marketing team. I'll be having finance department here. I'll be having procurement department here. So each and every person who is going to be assigned under each department, meaning that he is good on that, right? That is what he is good on. That is what he or she has specialized on. So in this case, and you're talking of organizing, right? As much as I'm bringing all this, as much as I'm bringing all the resources within an organization, you also find that there's that element. There's that element of what? Bringing people with the same ideas and skills together. So you'll find that if I'm in sales and marketing, all of sales and marketing team will be there, finance department will be there, procurement department will be there. And as such, I'm going to specialize in each and every item that we are doing. And whenever there is a specialization, as at the end of the day, you'll find that success is inevitable. We have to do what we have to succeed. We have to succeed. And if you can recall some of the principles of management according to Henry Fayol, where he mentioned that we normally talk of a spirit de corps, right? Apart from teamwork. This is a spirit de corps, so we're talking of teamwork. Then again, there's that other concept whereby you're talking of what? Specialization, which is always very key. I'm given a task that I know very well, I am good on. I have a skill on that task. I have a skill on that task. And that's why we're saying that specialization will also brought about by organizing. Organizing will also bring about specialization in our organization. Now, we have so many points, my good students. You have so many points. Also, you can find that on this case, you can also talk of maybe talk of job security. Yeah, you can talk of job security. Job security. As I mentioned, these concepts is all about us thinking outside the four walls. It's all about us thinking beyond the four walls. The moment you are able to think beyond the four walls, you'll be having a lot of points. You will be having a lot of points. Maybe a person will ask Mwalimu, why are you saying that organizing will bring about job security? A person will ask Mwalimu, why are you saying that organizing will bring about job security? And this is the reason why, my good students, this is the reason why we are saying that organizing will bring about job security. So ideally, we normally look at it in a case whereby we normally say that under job security, right? We normally look at it as a point whereby that whereby in this case you'll find that if of course my job is well defined, if our job is well defined, if our job is well defined and I'm given a specific task to perform, right? Our job is well defined, I'm on that aspect. Our job is well defined, I'm given a specific task to perform, and I know very well that this is my task that I'm specialized on, meaning that I'm not just given the job haphazardly. I've been given a job that I need to do, I need to perform. As such, you'll find that with this clarification of job position, it will be very clear for me to have that sense of securing my position, meaning that I'll be having a mental satisfaction and thereby a sense of security in a concern. So, because if I know very well that I am an accountant, right? I've been given that position of an accountant. I'm not an accountant na nimepelekwa labda procurement. I am an accountant and I'm given that role of an accountant. This is what this is where my skill is. And given this case, you'll find that I'll be having that kind of sense of belonging, right? I'm given the right task that I need to perform. And actually this will bring us to the next point, which we'll be looking at it just right now. So having such case, whenever my mind is settled, you'll find that I can also be having that sense of job security. As much as things might happen, but within that time, I'd be having that sense of job, I'd be having that sense of job security. So then you normally term it as sense of security. You normally term it as sense of security. A very key concept. Now, after we've talked of that, my good students, if you have to talk of number 4, we can also talk of, we have so many points. Talk of this one actually can go under in hand with a well-defined organization will bring about well-defined jobs. Organization will bring about well-defined jobs. It will bring about well-defined jobs. So as we are saying about, we are talking about the aspects of well-defined jobs, whereby you normally say that organizational structure helps in putting right men on the right job. Organizational structure helps in putting right men on right job, which can be done by selecting people for various departments according to their qualifications, skill, and experience. This is helping in defining the jobs properly, which clarifies the role of every person. So ideally, whenever we're talking of a well-defined job, it's more the same as a job security in regard to the explanation, in regard to the explanation. So after we've talked about, my good students, we find that we have so many importance of organizing. We have so many importance of organizing, which will also include talk of effective administration. So ideally, it's all about us thinking beyond the four walls, and we'll be having a lot of points. And the beauty part of it is that we provided all these notes. Just below this video, you can find that we have all these notes, which ideally we can always use. So to this juncture, my good students, to this juncture, I want us to meet in our next class, and we'll be looking at probably principles of organization, or rather principles of organizing. So to this juncture, thank you so much, and remember, you can go through the notes that are just below this video. It will give you a wide understanding on what we just said. Thank you so much.